And you are now tuned into the third episode of the Andrew Weidman podcast. And on this one, I will bring you two big 2013 NFL surprises. And I always love thinking about the next year of football, even right after the Super Bowl. And however, now that we are done with the NFL draft and done with most of the free agency, we have a general idea of what to expect this upcoming season and who's going to play where. And this being said, I have two teams that are going to succeed next year, and I guarantee they will surprise you. And the first team I'll talk to you about is the St. Louis Rams. And yeah, you heard me right, the St. Louis Rams. And even though they haven't been much of anything since Kurt Warner, Isaac Bruce, and Torrey Holt, I believe that this coming year is the start of a decade of success. And Sam Bradford has all the potential to be great. He has the skills, he's got a rocket for an arm, and he's got great accuracy. Now, he is by no means a top 5 quarterback, but definitely you can throw him up there in the top 10. And their record last year was 7-8-1, which was definitely better than their 2011 record of 2-14. And expect this year to be even better. They had one of the best drafts in my opinion. And in the first round, they snatched up the best receiver in the draft, Tavon Austin. In the third round, they drafted Austin's college teammate, Stedman Bailey. Now, these two receivers, along with Brian Quick and Austin Pettis, give Sam Bradford the best receiving corps he's ever had in his short career. And grabbing tight end Jared Cook helps as well. And the Rams also went out and got Jake Long from the Dolphins to protect Bradford's blind side. And with this much improved offensive line that also added guard center Barrett Jones in the draft, along with this talented receiving corps, expect a great season from the Rams offense. Now, the Rams also did draft two defensive starters in their outside linebacker Alec Ogletree and free safety TJ McDonald. Expect these guys to bolster this already solid defense. And mark my words, the Rams will get a 10-win season this year. And this could be the first year in a while that both wildcard teams come from the NFC West. Because I don't see the 49ers or the Seahawks backing down at all as well. So moving on, the second team that will shock the NFL next year is the Miami Dolphins. And the Dolphins are in the same boat as the Rams. They've been hovering around the 7-9 mark since 2009, but you can expect that number to rise. They have their best quarterback since Dan Marino with Ryan Tannehill. And I know everybody thought that Chad Pennington was good, but I beg to differ. Tannehill's play sort of reminds me of Marino, where he stands in the pocket and delivers the ball downfield. Now, his accuracy does need some work, but his mobility is top-notch for him. And I'm not saying he'll be better than Marino because that's not possible, but I do think that Ryan Tannehill, before he is done, will lead the Dolphins to a Super Bowl. Now, this won't happen this year, it won't happen for a while, at least as long as Tom Brady's in the league. But let's talk about why they will be good this year. They traded up in the draft to get the best defensive player in the draft, Deion Jordan. Jordan will instantly start at the right defensive end position opposite Cameron Wake. With Randy Starks and Paul Soliai, this defense is one of the best. Now, their second-round pick, corner Jamar Taylor, is sure to be a good nickel cornerback. However, the Dolphins' biggest moves this season came in the free agency market. They signed speedy and reliable wide receiver Mike Wallace from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wallace is a solid number 1 receiver, and Brian Hartline and Brandon Gibson are also solid receivers for Tannehill to utilize. Hartline was absolutely fantastic this year, as he had over 1,000 yards receiving. And another weapon Miami picked up was tight end Dustin Keller. Keller does have solid hands, and he can make catches to take some of the load off of Wallace and Hartline. So given Miami's much improved defense and their solid offense, you can expect the Dolphins to win 11 games this year, and they will sweep the Patriots in this regular season. And the Dolphins will win the AFC East for the first time since 2008. So thank you for tuning in to the third episode of the Andrew Weidman podcast. I'm going to have plenty more coming up for you, so stay tuned.